I did in the last few days two different types of trade, which actually brought me to do this session today. So there was a trade I did on the IPO on Thursday, which took me 4 minutes to take most of the profit. And yesterday I was participate in a trade that last part was almost 5 hours. So how do you make the definition? How do you know when to put the pedal in the metal, when to chill and let it grow? This is a sentence I love. So how do you do it? So this will be our topic of our 15-minute mentoring. And what are we going to do today is we're going to talk about resilient mindset, something that you have to. This is something, it's a must for a trader, because if not, Houston, we have a problem. So what are we going to talk today? What kind of characters you need to have as a trader? Again, those things are part of our routine. What kind of action do you need? When do you know that you need to, put your finger and be prepared to lift off, or go prepare yourself a cup of coffee and chill? How can you navigate between both? How can you prepare for that? And lots of example, guys, lots of example from trades do every day and variety, and this is what bring me to do those kind of things. So first, what is patience? This is something I took from previous session that we did, because we are talking about patience, blah 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 blah, and capacity to accept or tolerate delay, trouble, or suffering without getting angry or upset. A lot of times in trades we are waiting for a trade to develop before we even get into, and while we in, all the pressure of too much money, losing money. So how are you navigate? So it's all about trading plan, and you're gonna see in our lots of example. Every trade need to have. Every strategy and action start with playbook for specific trade. You're gonna see a breakup trades. You're gonna see us talking about IPO. You're gonna see a reversal slash add-in. Each one has specification. Each one I know exactly what I need to do if it's go my way or the other way. Now, same trigger can be traded differently. It's all about the definition. I can trade a breakup trade as a momentum, and I will act differently. My partial will be differently, and it can be a breakup trade. It's all about how you decide before, not while you get into the trade and you just, the last minute call. Some trades can be finished in a minute, while other can be hours, and even good trade that finish on the high of the day or the low of the day. Definitely I can leave small amount for a swing overnight for addition move. As a trader, you need to plan in advance and act according to that. That's really important. Act according, because I'm trading with people and I'm doing mentoring, and people like to do all kind of improvisation. That's unacceptable. If you want to be professional, it's unacceptable. Everything needs to be addressed. You almost need to be like a computer. So you have to act according to that in order to get over common mistakes that everybody do while you're trading. This is a trade I did yesterday. ALT, I know that stock, it's the very volatile stocks. Lots of percentage of short. So when I'm talking about planning in advance, I'm reading the action before pre-market. Okay? I learn the levels, and as you can see from the pre, according to the levels of the pre, that was my first entry, and I relate to that even in my stop. So that was the levels, you see, and I'm actually writing to myself because those levels give me idea about how to trade, when to trade, and when I need to get out. Now this was a trade of probably around 50 minutes, while again you can see that the trade start with an attempt to, you know, for a buyout, which actually came later. It's another amazing trade, but the capitulation came exactly according to the levels of the pre, and that led me exactly where, and when I knew what was the level of the pre and we didn't get there, and that was the reason, to take some profit. Go. This is the result of the trade, but we're gonna go back to see why the hell Amir spent 5 hours with that trade. Again, this is 15 minutes, and you can see. So go again, pre. I was watching the stock. I was not listening, sorry. I was writing myself those daily because you're gonna see how it helps me to be in that trade. And you can see immediately from the pre support resistance how the trade immediately, develop, and again add to this the 9 EMA and the VWAP, and you can see that go, like the name, was going, and every yellow line refer to another daily resistance that I knew in advance from the pre that we actually broke, and you can see the volume going up, and that's the reason why, again, time frame is crucial when you are in the trade and it's developed and you took a partial through the process. The last portion, again, you can use the 15 or the 30 and you just raise it, and again, automatic stops. You don't have to sit with your hand, and you just need to let it go. Before getting into the IPOs and the quick trades, I want to introduce my mentoring one-on-one, which is a program that I do with student live, technical, and we actually trading. We are going through a very detailed program of building a trading plan and risk management, and between session to session we analyze the results, and it's all in order to cause you to be a better trader than you are. So let's talk about the part of at least the IPO, and after I just want to give you this as an example, and then we're gonna have a session of a few IPO trigger that I had last week. So BRLT again, that was the trade that I was showing you at the first slide. Again, for me, IPO is first a momentum trade. So when you see again a trading plan, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes of really good momentum, good volume, and then you start to see the wicks 1, 2. For me, boom, it's it's a sign, take most of the profit. And sometimes, I'm turning the last portion of this into a swing intraday, whatever. But most of the time, if I see those kind of action, you know the partials are pretty quick. And I think yesterday I did a trade, maybe even less than 2 minutes, on another IPO. Forgot his name. It was pretty cool. So last Thursday, sorry, there was a little huge IPO day. Okay, so how do I prepare concern my mindset? Because it's a lot of IPO, and definitely if I see and I'm going to IPO Scoop and I'm reading the information, meaning which the manager, how much they want to raise, which kind of sector, because this has influence, and I'm writing those notes. So what I'm doing in that day, I'm trying to trade the beginning, but then when I start to see the IPOs coming, I'm focused only, because you're gonna see. You need to be very specific, and it's exactly the resilience between working fast and maybe taking partial less than a minute, and sometimes stepping out or leaving some portion, adding, and the trade become like a regular trade. So the first trade was ARBK. And again, this is the opening, so usually I want to see what's happened in the first 5 minutes, with the exceptions. Because when I see a good volume and everything, and I see a good setups, so for me, for example, around here, the 15 level here, and like a 30-cent stop, that was the trade for me. I didn't wait for this up here. Again, sometimes I can start position here and add, and then the trade develop just beautifully. You actually can see how it holding, and then when you start seeing side move, like decreasing the volume, definitely partial, and then it become like a regular trade. You see, pull back to the 9 EMA. I even add a little bit here and raise my stop under the view up, and then as the trade develop, I don't have to manage it. I let the 15, and somewhere around here I got out. So that was a trade that the majority of the partial was around this level here, and then I did the add. Again, what's important is to play around with the time frame, because you see the 5 minutes actually take away all these noises. And then left, and then add full position, and then gave another partial, because see what happened here. Again, this become a regular trade because this is the language. See what happened. We're getting here to the previous high, and then what's happened? We just higher lows, so break, side move. So definitely you have to put some partial, and then so that was RBK, and then there was BRLT. The BRLT, see what happened. Immediately you can see the volume. So what I can do in this kind of things is, again, the time frame is crucial. What I did, I actually used the 2 minutes time frame. So around 1350 here, I didn't put a full position, and that was my stop, the low under the 13, and then I got some position, and then above this level here, when I see a good set on the view up, I add into a full and low my stop around here. So again, see what happened here. 2 minutes, good volume, then oops, one, like a mini double top with wicks. Definitely boom, 3/4 Amir. Came back to the view up again. Now double bot, double top again. For me, I don't want to see those kind of things, especially when there is IPO. You want to see the power. You want to see it. So when I saw this, took another partial, and I think I got stopped out here. I was not watching it, but definitely maybe second part of the day it could be like a regular trend, probably around here. And so again, quick partial, uh, watching and stepping out. So it was clear. ESMT, nothing really to do. You could see immediately. Sometimes I like to short, but you know I was focused on and there was too much, so I couldn't do. I didn't do nothing here. RELV, same again. Some if it was one or two, I could actually even short it, but I was involved and also in Sovo, nothing there. STR was a good one because that was also a good trade. That opening, there was nothing here, so I waited for something a little bit, and then I think around here I got in 28.50 with I think stop around here. I think I took sometimes on a big stop. I took like I think 60-70 cents, something like this. And again, it moved again, same language. You see, once very big wick, second one definitely Amir, something going on, 3/4, and again got here, got again one. You could see that there is a lower high. Definitely show weakness. I took another portion here and stopped out around here, last 1/8. So everything need to be addressed. THRN, I don't think I did something there. And so this is kind of the IPOs, how you deal them with